Kim, and tonight I'm going to do another Cook With Me. This is Tuesday night, April 20th, 2021. Let's just take a look behind me at what I had originally planned for dinner this evening. Originally I had salmon patties with broccoli for tonight, but last night I was going to move this up and I didn't, and ended up not having enough canned salmon, so I did canned tuna. So this moved up. So this probably should have moved down, but I realized I had something in my refrigerator that I needed to use up. So I'm still going to use the ground beef that I browned up for this recipe, but well, just let me show you what I'm going to do. I had this 14-ounce bag of coleslaw mix in my refrigerator, and it's actually out of date, but it still looks good. So I really need to go ahead and cook this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this onion. This is, it's about a baseball size onion. I'm going to chop that up and cook it low and slow. I'm going to let it cook probably at least 10 minutes in about a tablespoon of the butter. And then when that's done, I'm going to add my coleslaw mix and let that cook down. I'm going to add the ground beef and let that heat up. And then I'm going to season everything with this garlic and pepper seasoning salt. This stuff's really good. And there's not a whole lot left in the bottom of that jar. I've got more in case I need it, but that's probably enough. But this is what I'm making. Just going to start here and I'll show you what it looks like when I get it going. I've got the onions chopped up and in here in the pan, just cooking up. What I did was I put it on high to get it up to heat, and now that it's bubbling pretty good, I'm going to cut it down. I cut my stove down to about medium right here. I'll come back in a little bit and show you what it looks like. The onions were starting to brown just a little bit, and that's probably because I had just butter in here. So I added just a little splash, probably less than a tablespoon of olive oil, so that this can cook at a little bit higher temperature and not brown up. But I cut it down even more to like a medium low. So I'm going to let this cook down for a little while. Alright, my onions are good and soft, so it's probably taken, I don't know, maybe 8 minutes, something like that. So what I'm going to do now is add this whole bag of coleslaw mix. I did pull out, I found this in the refrigerator. It's been open, so it needs to be used. If I need some liquid, I'll just add a little chicken broth. But I'm just going to dump all this in, stir it around. What I've done now is added all of my ground beef that was in that little container, and some of the chicken broth, probably half a cup, something like that. I'm just going to wait for this cabbage to get cooked down a little bit more, and I think I'm good on the seasonings. But when this all gets cooked all the way, I'll taste it and see what we have. Okay, this is done now. I've got the stove cut off and it's just cooling off a little bit. I cooked down most of that chicken broth so that it just basically left the flavor. There's very little liquid left. I'm gonna serve this up. This probably has probably 4 servings or so in this pan, and I just needed to use this coleslaw mix up. If I added different seasonings, if I added, say, soy sauce and a little sesame oil, this could be egg roll in a bowl. But I didn't want to go the Asian route, so I just did the garlic and pepper seasoning salt. And I did have to add a little bit. I tasted it. I did have to add just a little bit more salt and pepper. Well, there is tonight's Cook With Me. This is what I'm having for dinner tonight, Tuesday, April 20th, 2021. That's it for this video, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.